Home inspection reports. They are long, they're technical, and low key terrifying most of the time. You see terms like basement crack, moisture intrusion, double tap breaker, and immediately think, yikes, this house is falling apart. This is going to cost a fortune. But here's the thing, those terms sound a lot scarier than they really are. Most of what's in that report, not required, not expensive, definitely not worth panicking over. So let's break down what's really a problem and what's just a case of inspection report drama. First things first, a home inspection report is not a repair order, it's like a diagnostic. The inspector's job is to document everything they see, big issues, small quirks, and a bunch of things that sound dramatic, but they're pretty normal in a lived in home. It's meant to give buyers a clear picture, not to demand that sellers fix every single line item. So, what is legally required after an inspection? Nothing. In most cases, the seller isn't obligated to fix anything unless one of two things happen. Loan requirements. If the buyer is using certain financing like FHA, VA, or USDA loans, the lender may require specific repairs in order for the loan to be approved. That usually means anything tied to health and safety. Things like peeling paint, roof leaks, electric hazards, mold, missing stair railings. If the seller doesn't agree to fix those items, the loan may not be approved and the deal could fall through. So even if it's not a law, it's a requirement for financing, which makes it feel pretty mandatory. Also, written repair agreements. If the buyer and seller agree in writing that certain repairs will be made before closing, then yes, those repairs are legally required. Once it's in the contract, it's binding. The seller has to get it done before settlement, or the buyer could walk away, delay closing. Okay, let's get to the part where most people panic. That inspection report shows up, and suddenly you're dealing with a 30 to 50 page document full of terms like deficiency, hazard, recommend licensed contractor. And while some of those things do matter, a lot of them sound terrifying, but they're actually small, manageable, cheap to fix. Here's a few examples that come up all the time. Double tap breaker. Sounds like major fire risk. Reality? Two wires on one breaker, which an electrician can fix for under $200. Improper venting. Sounds like total attic nightmare. Most of the time, that means something like the bathroom fan is venting into the attic instead of outside. Basic handyman job. Active moisture intrusion. Sounds like flood zone warning. Reality? Could be just clogged gutters or water draining toward the house. $10 fix with a downspout extension. Corroded gas line. Sounds like explosion risk. Reality? It's often surface rust. Plumber cleans and seals, no replacement needed. Slow drain. Sounds like plumbing overhaul. Reality? It's probably hair, which is $15. A drain snake later, problem solved. Wood to ground contact. It sounds like deck is going to collapse. Reality? Probably just replace a board or add some gravel and it's fixed. Foundation cracks. Sounds like major structural failure. Reality? Most of those are cosmetic. A structural engineer can confirm that. If they're under a quarter inch, they're often fixed with sealant. So, yes, the report might look scary, but a lot of it's just normal home stuff that's easy to address. You're not buying a perfect home. You're buying a home that's had a life, and that's okay. Now, that said, there are things you'll want to pay attention to. Focus on foundation issues like large horizontal cracks, especially if they're wider than a quarter inch. Bowed walls, gaps, where walls meet ceiling or floor, doors that won't close. Roof leaks or damage, like missing or curled shingles, major HVAC, plumbing, or electrical system problems, like buzzing or a burning smell near outlets or the panel. Things like that are worth negotiating or even voiding the contract. Everything else, maybe not. Don't let a $75 fix ruin a $300,000 purchase. After all, if home appreciation rates are 4% a year, which is what Zillow predicts, then in 5 years that property could be worth 364,000. So it may not be worth it to sweat the small stuff. And if you're the seller, go ahead and knock out the obvious stuff before you list. It's going to save you a lot of headaches. So, what's actually required after a home inspection? Repairs the lender requires for financing. Repairs agreed to in writing between buyer and seller. Everything else, negotiable, not mandatory. And on most home inspections, the majority of the issues reported should not be deal breakers. And that's not always the case, but very often it is. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I'm Janet Classy. I'm with Simpson Properties, and I'm here to help if you are thinking of buying or selling a home in the Eastern Panhandle. My contact information is below. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back next week. Bye.